Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. It is time to start some Christmas stuff. I've been dying to do these reindeer that I have seen done, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to do this in a few steps though. Noses, antlers, and hats first, because they do have an indentation where it will hold some resin. So the noses can hold resin by themselves and the hats can. The antlers cannot, but I'm going to paint those with the mica powder. And then I feel like I'm going to put paper on. I'm going to have to go back and see who gave me the inspiration. I want to say Girl in the Garage, but I cannot remember. So she deco-paged some napkins on their bellies, and I'm like, I think I can do that with scrapbook paper. So I have Christmas scrapbook paper. We're going to pour them in probably a brown. I forgot to pull out that color. And then hopefully put paper on their bellies. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but I certainly want to try it. So let me get a brush, a small little brush. Let me see which one is going to be the best. So I'm going to use Rolio Caramel, however you say it. The Rolio Scarlet, which is going in the resin. I'm not going to paint that. And then this dark green was the best green that I have to do. What was I going to do? Oh, the hats. I'm going to do the hats with the green. I'm like, what was I going to do with the green? The bases, I'm not quite sure. I have to figure out. Oh, I didn't open this one yet. So this is a new color to try. I haven't figured out what I want to do with the base yet. I don't want it to be like in your face base, but I kind of want it to blend with the rest of the piece. So possibly the same color as the reindeer. So for the antlers, because they won't hold in the resin, that's why I want to paint it on. And I'm thinking this will look good under a brown color, whatever color I choose for the reindeer. I forgot to choose the reindeer color. So I'm just going to paint it on. I think it'll be fine. Sometimes mica powders are not fine. Like if you just pull a random mica powder out and paint it on your mold, it totally depends on what you back it with. Like if you pull a random one out, I think this one would be fine with black behind it, but a lot of colors are not fine with black behind it. Just so you know, you could dull the color depending on what you like. Your chameleons are the best, your intenses are the best, things like that are the best behind the black. But just your normal mica powders, I hope I'm making sense. Like if I put this green on and then I backed it in black, most likely it will dull that color. So every mica is not made the same. So that's basically what I'm going to do. Try to get up all these edges. I don't want to miss anything. So this is going to take me, I don't know, 20 minutes. So let me work on that. I'm going to tap it out, clean their faces. I think I'm going to fill the eyes after the fact because they're indented this way, which means I can fill them that way. And I'll probably use the black UV resin to do that. I think that's all I need to say for now. They have come with these little things, and they showed them tied around their necks, but they have a little hanger hole here, so you can even tie a ribbon there and hang it from a tree. So okay, let me get busy.
Michelle's got her apron tied up neat, hands busy shaping joy so sweet. Caramel swirls with scarlet shine, deep green whispers through the pine. Her resin reindeer catch the light, glitz and glitter glowing bright tonight. Oh, resin reindeer, on the sleigh they go, colors of the season in a festive glow. Serving the Lord, her heart sincere, crafting his love in each reindeer. Oh, resin reindeer spreading cheer.
The workshop hums with Christmas tunes, bells and fiddles under silver moons.
Scarlet streaks like holly's crown, green like trees in a snowy town. Her hands are steady, her faith is clear.
Each piece of prayer this time of year.
scarlet, caramel, deep green too. Every shade same.
I mixed up my fast set for the nose and the hat. Hopefully it'll set a little bit quicker. The only thing is I can't put this through the vacuum chamber because I really don't have time. So I'm just gonna split it for the green and the red. I think I need more red than green. Let me see what I have left. Yeah, that's a little more. So this will be the green. And let me move this because that was not fun clean. I did not think it was gonna be that much work cleaning. But it got everywhere. I didn't want anything out of place. So hopefully if I spray alcohol enough, because there's a lot of bubbles in here. I'm hoping I don't have a ton of like bubbles. Plus it's going to be really thin. That's for the hats. And the red is for the noses. And I still haven't figured out the color for the body. I think I'm going to do the body and the base the same color though. I did figure that part out. And then the hooves I will paint after the fact because I didn't want to try to get in there with a marker. I didn't want to have to try to clean all that up when I get out of the lines or something. I was going to do crushed crystal in here, but I think that's just going to sink. And I think this is good enough as far as shimmer shine. So that should be fine. So let's see how much extra we're gonna have. I mean, it looks like they're gonna take a lot, but they're not gonna take a lot. So let's pour out the noses first since they are, this is a little bit deeper. Oh, don't forget. Definitely need that. And I don't wanna go over. I just need to coat the bottom. Doesn't even matter. If it's domed, it doesn't matter anything, just coat the bottom. And yeah, we're gonna have a bunch left over. Whoop! Those. And then let's do the hats in here. Spray the tops. This is gonna be barely anything. Just enough to cover that bottom. Let me grab a silicone tool will work. I can't see that edge, but it should be okay. And then this hat, trying not to spray the antlers. You don't have a lot of time. If you saw yesterday's video, well, it might have not been yesterday. I don't know what day. I was doing the coaster tops with this as the top coat, and because you don't have a lot of time to work with it, it was like literally curing as I was pouring it out during one of the last coasters. All right, so let's do that one. I hope I have enough time to put the rest in an extras mold. And then that one. So you have 2 large, 2 medium, and 2 small if you have not seen this mold yet. So you get 6 reindeer in the kit. Do that one. And you do not even need an ounce for all of these noses. So they're all going to be Rudolph offspring. Since they're all going to have red noses. Oh yeah, I got a lot left over. Perfect. This hat. Whoops. Get it around there before it goes over. And then this hat. I need to figure out quickly what I'm going to pour the rest in. And then this hat. They're getting smaller. Oh my gosh. And this should set up fairly quickly, and once it is set enough where it's not going to be bothered, it doesn't need to be fully cured, then I'm going to go ahead and pour over them with the rest. Let's do some fidget spinners, and I think I'm going to marble them. Dirty pour it. Let's see how that works. I don't have as much green as I do the red, and we may just get brown, but we're gonna try it anyway because it's extra and it doesn't really matter. So we'll have some Christmassy fidget spinners. Probably will still have more left over. I have a lot left. I probably only needed 1 ounce for all of those pours. There's the green. There's the red. And the deeper this is, the faster it cures. I'm afraid. Let's see. And I don't have another. We're gonna pour, I want red and green. Try to keep them shallow when you're pouring your leftovers too, because this stuff will flash cure for sure. We might get both colors, especially because this is a really thick resin. They may not merge together too much. Perfect. Do this one. We might have enough for all 4. Oh, maybe not. We'll try it. I could always back it in another color if I have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Where is a... I need a spatula. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting warm. Really warm in my hand. That was only a few minutes to pour all these things, and it's almost curing in my cup. Let me see if I can scrape out these, and I might have just enough. Come on. I know you don't want to, but you have to. Oh yeah. It's amazing what scrapings can do for you. Look at that. It even domed it for me. That's awesome. I think I could put a little bit more in this one. I even think I could put a little bit more in this one. We used every drip. They're probably going to be full of bubbles. Because again, no vacuum chamber. You could see why now I said we don't have time to put it in the vacuum chamber. I would have never been able to get these all poured. Even the bubbles don't want to pop with alcohol. Spritz all that. If I have to touch up the... I don't think I will, because it's just going to dry anyway. So that looks all good. All right, probably an hour, and I'll be back and we'll pour the rest. It's only been about an hour and they're cured and ready to go. So I mixed up the 4-hour fast cure since we're pouring it so thin by Let's Resin. I picked the Just Resin, what is this? Champagne. Look at that glittery. It's gonna be gorgeous for the reindeer. It's golden. It should go good with the antlers. It's festive. All the good stuff. So we're gonna put a couple of scoops because I think it's really a lot of crystal more than coloring. Then I'm gonna dump in a little bit of my alcohol to dissolve it. Not much, just enough. And pour my resin into this bigger cup because let me make sure it's going to dissolve. I want to put it in the vacuum chamber. So I need a bigger cup to try trying to get this dissolved. Sorry, I'm distracted. Needs a bigger cup so it won't bubble over in the vacuum chamber. Okay, so I'm just going to transfer it from here to there. That's it. And then mix it up, of course. Get it fully integrated in there. Make sure it's enough. You could always add more. Just have to be extra careful mixing more in and make sure it gets mixed in, that's all. You don't have to use the alcohol thing. I like it. It works for me. Look at that gorgeous color. I think that should be enough. Just make sure it gets all out of those little grooves around your side of whatever cup you're using, because they have little indentations. Why can't they just make a cup without any indentations? I'm sure there's a reason. All right, let's get this in the vacuum chamber, get these bubbles out, because most of, oh, I did want to correct myself. I had to go back and find the video. I couldn't find it for the longest time. And then I just did a search for Reindeer Mod Podge, and Wanda's Blessed Creations came up. So I'm sorry, Wanda, that was your idea. I want to give you full credit for it. So let's get this vacuum chambered.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky, dipped in gold.
I have no idea what I was thinking. I've only mixed up 7 ounces and I needed 9. So there's that. Now I'm gonna have to mix up a couple more. So I'm gonna do all my reindeer first. That way they all match. And then I'll do the bases with the next mixed color. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I just realized how many different little areas it needs to go into. Almost need a piping bag. I know it's self-leveling, however, this is some pretty thick resin, and it doesn't always do that. I wonder if I stick it in a smaller cup, like a paper cup, then I can squeeze it. Maybe I'm gonna try that. Grab. I'll just put it in here so I can squeeze it together. I don't have a ton of time. Oh, I shouldn't have sprayed that, but I did. Oops, and I even spilled anyway, so what was the point? Oh gosh. Well, when you're paying attention, it works a little bit better. I just can't believe I did the math wrong. I don't know what I was thinking. I think, well, I was distracted. Don was talking to me at the same time, and my dog was climbing my leg at the same time, so I understand why I didn't mix it up right. Let's see. I do think I feel like I need to dome them. Just so we don't have a ton of trimming to do. I hope that's the right decision because I'm not sure about the whole feet thing fitting in the base. If I have to trim it, I will. This one needs a little bit more. A little up here. Okay, that's good for that one. Let's get this one poured, and I'm gonna need more. You got like 20 minutes to work with the fast cure, so you kind of have to be a little quick. This one's even smaller. I feel it getting warm already. Well, figure 5 minutes mixing, 5 minutes in the vacuum chamber. So we're already at 10 minutes. So that's why it's starting to get warm. This little cup, I mean, it's better than the big cup, but it's not perfect. These antlers, they're the tricky parts. They're gonna be adorbs though. Hopefully, I put enough mica in that we get an opaque little reindeer. Although, if my idea works with the scrapbook paper and not napkins, I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, because obviously napkins are a lot thinner than the scrapbook paper. So we might end up with reindeer just like this, which was fine too. They're definitely festive with all of this glitter in it. Let's do a little more. Whoop. Gonna need a little cleaning before we take these out. Come on, go down in those feet. See, when it gets thick, it doesn't want to run where it needs to run. Now, hopefully I have enough at least for these reindeer. That was 7, I wanted 9, so I need to do about 2 more. I mean, the hat and the nose really didn't take hardly, what, 1 ounce, so I didn't even add that into the equation. Not that I added the equation properly, but the mold, this mold here I'm pouring on now says 4.2 ounces. This one says 4.7 ounces. But I didn't subtract anything because of the noses, because there was barely anything in there. Let's see, we could probably get these 2 small ones. At least they will match. I think I can match it, but just in case it's a little bit different. And I do have some left, so I could probably do 1 medium one, I'm guessing. I want a little bit more in there. Come on. Fill them up, but don't cover up those little hole makers. Make sure they're not covered. Let me get a tool here. I've got enough. I possibly can get 1. I'll probably have to add to it though. Or maybe not. Perfect. So I'm going to mix up 2 ounces. I will pour the rest. If I have extra, I will surprise you. But it's basically the same thing I just did for the past 7 minutes. It is time for the next step, my friends. So I had a little left over. I mixed up 2 more ounces, poured it in those, and all I had, oh no, I had plenty left actually. I had enough for that too. So I thought those would be really pretty, and they are gorgeous. Look at that sparkle in that champagne color. And then the 3D butterfly. Oh, that is so pretty. I'll put some clear stones in there or something. That is gorgeous. And then we have the fidget spinners. Oh, that doesn't look too bad. Looks kind of neat, actually. Just tiny little bits, but not, it doesn't even really need any trimming. Maybe a very, very, very light sand with the, these things. You just pull them apart and you press pretty hard. You really have to press to push them in there. No, I've always gotten them in. Now it's going to make a liar out of me. I know it's not easy. I know that. Maybe from this side. Yeah, okay. So flip it over. That goes on that side. I don't know what the difference would be, but it went right in that side and not the other. And then maybe I did it too tight. There we go. There it goes. I don't generally do anything to these because if you put stones on them or something, I will use a marker on the one that has the, this one I think it is. Yeah, oh, that looks nice. So I'll put like gold marker in all those grooves and then put the hardware on. I think this one has it too. These came out pretty good. Happy with that. Really doesn't need any trimming. I domed them perfectly. So those two I'll leave out, but these two don't need anything done to them. Nice. Love it. Let's see, what did I do? From the back or the front? I think the front. There it goes. Yeah, it's not like it's gonna go in for you. You do have to give it some force. I know some people were asking about that. How did I get it in? Well, you gotta push pretty hard. And then this just pops right into the back of that. And there you go. Super cool. These came out nice for Christmas. I'll set those aside and well, I'll finish those later. For these, well, let's get the borings out. Oh, look at that color. Oh, I love that so much. It's almost like crushed crystal, tons of it in there. So that's the smalls. Beautiful. Here's the mediums. Well, this one got warped a little bit. Hopefully it's okay. It's definitely warped. I noticed when I poured these two that there's no, see how there's reinforcement here? It almost needs one right here because these were dipping down, so I shoved a popsicle stick and that could be the problem. I put a popsicle stick in there because the resin, see this one is warped too. Gosh, I hope they're going to be okay. And because it was like leaning, the resin was too heavy, so they were kind of leaning down like that, so I stuck a stick right underneath here. And that one is too a little bit. Oh boy, I hope they work. They all of them are. Were these two? No. These two seem to be fine. Just these, probably because of the way it was sitting. I did put the heat mat on low to cure them quicker, but I don't know if that did it or not. Okay, let's see what these guys look like. Here's the two smalls. I'll just be careful with his antlers. I cleaned up all the molds before I demolded with tape and alcohol, and what's left is what's gonna have to be trimmed. Look at how cute that is. He's gonna be even better with his eyes in there. Maybe I'll paint his eyes and then just go over them with UV resin to seal them in. That way I could give him blacks and whites. And I'll have to trim around all of this to get all that little bitty stuff off. But it picked up the mica okay. Green hat is cute. Oh, yay. I like the color choices. Another one. They're like twins. They are so cute. And the mica made it almost look like a knit hat. Isn't that cute? You can put like little, if you have little teeny tiny stuff, like little stickers or something, maybe snowflakes or something. I don't think I have anything that small though. I don't think so, but that would be really cute along their hat. Try to be careful with their antlers. Oh, and these hats are bigger, so maybe these are the large ones. I love that color. Absolutely love the color. Hopefully my idea will work with the paper. If not, I'm completely good with it. Maybe I'll put a snowflake on their belly or something if that paper doesn't work. We will find out here in just a few minutes. Look at how cute they are. I'll trim everything before I get started. That way I don't cut my hands on anything messing around with it. Yay, I love that mold. Oh, let's see if they're gonna stand up in here. Oh, I'm glad I didn't paint that because those were I thought they were his little hooves. I was looking at this part. That's the part that goes in here, and it seems like it's gonna be fine. Maybe I'll put a piece of cork underneath that to make it a little bit more level, because it is a little teeny tiny bit wobbly because of that, but they are going in just fine. And they say you can glue them or use double sticky tape on the directions for those, but they seem to go in okay. Oh, that was the little one. The little one goes in this one. It's like, what? It says feet. Okay, there we go. They're so cute. I love the mold. All right, let me trim, do all my extras, and then I will worry about the paper on the belly. So let me do that first.
Michelle's in the workshop, her hands full of cheer, pouring resin in molds, making magic appear. With rhinestones a sparkling like stars in the night, her reindeer are glowing, a holiday delight. Rhinestone reindeer dancing in the light, glitz and glitter shining, oh what a sight. Dressed up and sparkle they prance and they twirl, bringing Christmas joy to every boy and girl. She puts on her antlers, a red nose to match, with jingling bells and a rhinestone patch, paint and glitter flying, the holidays near. The sound of laughter rings loud and clear. Oh, the snow's falling soft outside the door, but inside the workshop there's magic galore. Rhinestone reindeer dancing in the light, glitz and glitter shining, oh what a sight. Dressed up and sparkle they prance and they twirl, bringing Christmas joy to every boy and girl. Stringing lights on the mantle, stockings on the wall, Michelle's reindeer sparkle at the Christmas ball, with a fiddle in the corner and guitars in the band. It's a rhinestone Christmas, the merriest in the land. Merriest in the land.
I think this is going to work, but before that, I'll show you the extras. Here's the butterfly, all blinged up with the diamond rhinestones. And then I took the gold paint pen, very easily went through all those grooves, and that really jazzed those up quite a bit. So those were done. Of course, pinch or flat back bales on those. You see those every day. So what I did was I took my scrapbook paper and I placed my little reindeer fella on it, traced around the belly here, cut it out, and then I had to trim off, because what I want to happen is, and I saved a couple to do with you, I want the paper to not go to the edge because I want to cover it with UV resin to seal it all in. And I need that resin to be able to touch the other resin so it's not going to like lift off for any reason. And I just use my tack it over and over glue. That dries clear, so when it's clear you'll know they're ready to go on. So I put a bunch on. I'll do this baby one with you. I didn't do this one either. It's just about dry. So I just took the paper and I cut a different piece of paper for each one. And then when you get it on that tack it glue, it's just gonna hold it where you want it. Oops. And you can peel it off because that's why it's called over and over. It stays tacky. And then press it down. My hands are sticky, so I don't want to ruin the paper. And then let me get this one on. We'll do the small one together, and it's quite time consuming. I don't even think I'm going to put you in a fast forward because that will be quite a while in a fast forward to do all these. But I'll do one with you, and then I'll do the rest off camera. So I just got that glued down. I'll show you the finished one. So that one is glued down, resin over it, rhinestones to cover that edge, the raw edge, rhinestones to cover the hat just to match his clothing. And then I painted his eyes with the black and white new acrylic markers from Let's Resin. I love those things. And then I put UV resin on the inside. So we'll do one together. So we'll do this one. I'm not gonna like make you sit here for all the rhinestones. So that's on now. I took my high viscosity UV resin because it won't go over the edges very easily. And it didn't even like mess up the color of the paper. I wasn't sure if I needed to Mod Podge over the paper to keep the coloring. So I didn't, just to see if I could save that step, and it seems to be fine. So I'm just gonna pull the resin to the edges. Oh, I put too much on, but that's okay. He'll have a little domed belly. He was eating too much for Christmas, I guess. Just take your lighter and pop any bubbles. I might as well put it in his eyes. Now the eyes, I just used the normal one, just so it'll flow a little bit easier. I put one drip in each, and then I spread it with my scribe. And that's just gonna seal in that paint. And pop any bubbles, whatever curing light you use, make sure you're ready with it. And I'm just going to cure that for like 2 minutes is all it took. In the meantime, I'm gonna grab some rhinestones. I have this cool set that I got in Happy Mail that's got all kinds of colors. And for that one, I think I'll do red. So most of them are going to be either red or green or gold because we're trying to stick to the Christmas theme here. Now this set happens to have several sizes in these containers all mixed together. So I do need a little extra because I'm not using the largest or the smallest. And then I'm going to do this to every single one of them off camera. It's going to take quite a while because I'm kind of particular about my stones being straight. And I think it's adorable. The other thing I was thinking of doing, which I don't know if I want another step or not, is putting some crushed crystal on the nose because you could see like the marks from the mold, and making his nose a little shiny, or even like red glitter or something. I might play around with it. Not sure if I want to go through the extra step. It's probably not going to take that much time, and I really would probably kick myself if I don't go the extra mile just to see what it's going to look like and do that. So I don't know, I guess I'll surprise you. Oh, see, this one lifted because I did not have it. I'm like, why is that moving? Hang on. This one lifted from there, probably from the heat of the lamp. So I need to add some more glue up underneath there.
What'd you break?
I didn't break anything.
Look at the cute pigs.
They're not pigs.
They're not piggies? They're reindeers.
They're cute. They're all looking a different way. See their eyes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I gotta fix that one. So I got to glue that down.
Oops.
I guess, well, this side held, but this side didn't have any resin going over. So I'll glue that down and then we'll put some stones on. I'm gonna try this glue that I just got in Happy Mail. 10 to 25 second glue. Let's see That would be perfect to hold this down. Oh, I'm just gonna peel it up since it's already out. I think I need to poke a hole in there. I was trying to think of the best glue to use. Yeah, it's coming out now. And then I'm just gonna hold it to cure it. So make sure, if you're gonna try this, let me wipe that edge. Otherwise it's dripping out. If you're going to do that to the edge, you'll want to cover it with something probably. If you don't do rhinestones, maybe a tiny little piece of cording or something. Let's hope this seals. So now I got to be extra careful and make sure I get, because I think it's the UV resin, the heat from it helped pull it away from that glue that I put on there. Oh, look at that, it worked. That is awesome. It's kind of like a super glue, I guess. Cool. Now I gotta clean that because now I got glue on that from my fingers. Like I said, this is my first time learning with you guys, and I didn't know if it was gonna work or not, but I think it's gonna work. I'm gonna make it work anyway. There we go. And it looks like it's down. Just make sure it's glued good before you start doing the rest of it, or you're gonna be sorry because then you'll have to redo it. All right, I'm just going to take my B7000. Let me put the cap back on this because I'm sure I'm gonna probably need it some more today. I use B7000 even though I don't like the strings it makes, but it's a good glue for rhinestones. I'll do the hat with you and then I'll do that later. Just put a little bead of glue. You don't need much. Grab a wax pencil, whatever stone or whatever you're going to put on there. One at a time. That's why this is going to take me a while. And I think I'm just going to go through one by one and color coordinate their outfits to the rhinestones. They're going to come out so adorable. Just like all my stones straight. And then I did their eyes all in a different way, as you can see. Well, these two are looking up. I've got this one looking sideways. This one's kind of looking down to the right. This one's looking to the left. So I wanted like little personalities on all of them. All right, I think this should be good. It's not coming up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the exact same thing. Just off camera. Let me get a knife. If you get like UV resin or regular epoxy on there, just get it off with your knife so you have your pointy tip back. All right, my friends, I'm gonna get busy. I'll BRB. They are done. They are so cute. So here's baby brother and baby sister. I ended up not doing it the way I showed you. What I did was I put the rhinestones on first, thinking that the glue going over that edge when you squish the rhinestone on will hold that in. It worked perfectly. So I put all the rhinestones on. I let them dry. While those were drying, I top coated the noses and I put my little gold shimmer in there. So all the noses got top coated. Once the rhinestones were completely dry, then I filled up the inside of the paper with the UV resin up to the rhinestone. And that's it. So that's what I did. And then each size has a girl and a boy. The girls have the earrings on and the boys don't. And they came with ribbon. And there's one more package of ribbon. So you could do at least 2 sets. I had one left over in the package. So I put them through the hole in the hat. I didn't want to put them around the neck on these. So that's what I did. And then let's see, brother and sister, medium size. Oh, here, they're looking at each other like they got in trouble or something. Or did mom find out what we did wrong? Did mom find out that we opened our gifts early and then wrapped them again so they didn't know? Did you guys ever do that? We have. Sorry, Mom. I think you know that already, though. So, same thing for these. Rhinestones on the earrings, on the hats, on the noses, on the eyes. I think this mold has so many possibilities. It is so cute. So those are the medium-sized ones. And here's Mom and Dad. Mom's just rolling her eyes like, I told you, Harold. I told you they were going to get into the presents if we put them in the closet. They're going to find them. He's like, yes, Stella, I understand. So that's them and my little story. And, oh, that's not Mom rolling her eyes. This is Mom looking at him because he's rolling his eyes at Stella. Regardless, they are so cute. I did gold for her, brown for him. And then the stands are not perfect, but they work. I did sand them down on the bottoms. I'm not going to mail them put together. So if you are the person that ordered them, you will have to put them together. You can glue them if you want to, but I don't even think that they need to if you want the stand. I mean, if you want to hang them on your tree, then you don't need that stand. So another reason why I'm not going to do that. But they do all fit in their stands. They're all pretty good. So cute. I am so happy with them. I think I showed you all the extras already. I don't have any more extras to do. This one's fallen off my table. So I will get you pictures of them. Thanks for joining me today. Are you ready to kick off some Christmas stuff? Because I got tons of molds to do with you. All right, guys, stick around for those pictures. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings. A masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew. In every shade a promise new. A life of love, a life of grace. In her art we see his face. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and